Hello and welcome to my show, that is Guru's show. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about the online classes. How is it going on and what needs to be done to improve it? My focus is to strategize the online classes. We need to realign it considering some of the facts. So let's discuss this. The today's video is for the teachers and the administrators. In administrators, it is the private school administrators as well as for the government officials. So the present talk is divided into four parts. The first part is possibilities in internet era. What are the different facilities and possibilities in internet that we can use in our online classes? And the second thing is the types of online classes that are going on. We'll discuss on this also. And the third thing is present understanding of syllabus and textbook, how this understanding is affecting the online classes that are going on. And the fourth thing is the way forward. In this section, we would discuss about the ways to improve the present online classes that are going on. How messy it has become for the teachers and for the students. We need to see it and we need to look into the possible solutions to improve it further. And let's discuss all the above four things one by one. The possibilities in the internet era. So the first thing about this possibility is the lots of resources available on internet. These resources are in form of documents. Documents in turn are in form of Word document, PDF document and PowerPoint presentations. Apart from this document, we have images, we have video files, we have audio files, we have graphics, we have online courses, we have applications and so on and so forth. There are so many things available. There is real-time data also available. So we can use all these things as in our online courses. Second thing is the 3D clarity. In some of the science subjects or even in some of the art subjects like geography, we need to have a 3D clarity about the concept. So it is possible with the use of internet. Third thing is availability of interactive material. There are so many material available which are interactive in nature, like working with the maps. Some question answer also there which are interactive, so we can use those interactive materials in our online classes. The fourth thing is survey forms. There are survey forms available. If we fill it, it analyzes itself, so we can use this analysis also. We'll see how we can use these survey formats in our online classes. In textbook, the content is very stationary, but in internet we can have moving content, dynamic content. We can use this dynamism in creating interest in the students, so we can use it in our online class. Better picture quality is one more thing which is there in the internet. In our textbook there is a limited space, so we can have only very limited pictures in our textbook. Alternatively, on internet, if we want to search for a photograph, we can have n number of photographs and with different angles and different perspective. In our textbook, you can find the photo quality is not good, but on internet you can find good quality photographs. Internet provides us an opportunity to use the best available material for our online classes. Though we are not doing it, what we are doing is we are preparing our own video and uploading it and sharing it with the students. This is not the proper way of doing it. If already there are better materials available, why to create our own material? On internet, learners can learn at their own pace. If they are good at the subject, they can move ahead. If they are finding it difficult, they can go back and learn from the previous class. In textbook learning, all the students are supposed to be dragged at the pace of the teacher. If the teacher is moving fast, the students are also supposed to move as fast as he is moving. Internet has individual freedom of learning. A person can learn whatever subject he wishes to at that point of time, But in classroom teaching, it is not possible. It is possible with the internet only. Whatever subject and whatever time, you can learn whatever you wish to. There is availability of real time data also. So we can learn from the real time data. It excites, it can attract students. We can have real time data like weather reports, and there is a windy app. We can see and in which direction the wind is moving, how the winds are moving all across the map. So these things excites, and if you use these things, students will naturally attract towards you, and they'll show interest in studies. By using internet, there is a great possibility of child centered learning. On child centered learning, lots of discussion has been happening for last many years, and we have not yet established child centered learning. In present online course also, we are not establishing child centered learning, but in internet there is possibility to have child centered learning. Now in the second section, we would discuss about the types of online classes that is going on. First way of organizing class is through going live. Teachers go live on YouTube, on Facebook, and they reach out to their students. And the second way is the teacher record their audio or video files, and they share it with the students through social media, through emails. And the third thing is they create PPT, they give voice over to it, they prepare a content, they share it again with the students. The fourth one is an old technology which has been utilized by the government of Bihar by fine tuning it a little bit. In this, the content are being aired through Doordarshan. Doordarshan has been organizing program for the students for last many years, but this time there is half an hour for every class. What are the different platforms that we are using? We are using Zoom app, Meetup, we are using social media, we are using emails. What are the processes that we follow? Again, the process is same. The teachers go through the lesson and they ask them to do some questions. Either they give the answers or they correct the answers. So this is the way the present online classes are going on. These teachers are stick to the textbook. They are teaching the text of that textbook available. They are not focusing on the skills that has to be developed through that process of teaching and learning. I've been following this online classes, and I found that in 2-3 days, maximum in 4 days, a lesson is completed. So what will happen if there are 10-12 lessons? Then in 50 days the lessons will be over. What will the teachers do after that? They may not have perceived this thing at present, but they will face this problem if this lockdown and other things continues. Apart from what schools are doing, there are some preloaded courses also being used as an online course, online program for learning of the students. Earlier it was running parallel. Now it has become one of the alternatives. Some of the service providers are Byju, Vedantu, Khan's Academy and all. Some of them are free, some of them charge money also. To some extent, these programs also ensure the learners to learn at their own pace. So these things are happening around the online courses. Now the third thing, I wish to highlight that the present understanding of syllabus and use of textbook is also harming this online classes. The teachers union for last many years, they have established that syllabus means the number of lessons that has to be completed in a given month, all the lessons of a textbook in a 12-month time, and they call it syllabus. An environment which is not allowing them to move away from the text written in the books, and they are teaching text. They are not very much concerned about the learning of the students, the skills that have to be developed in that particular period or in that particular class. Their understanding to be attached with the textbook is very harmful for this online classes. Syllabus is achievement of expectation of that subject in a given frame of time. So we need to identify what actually the students need to learn. So based on this, we need to need to work upon. So the starting point should be to understand what the students need to learn. Textbook is just a material to help the teachers in arriving at the conclusion. What is written in the textbook is the conclusion. Teachers need to use their skills to let the students arrive at that conclusion. So now let's move to the fourth section. This section is all about the way forward, what actually we need to do. For me, I've identified 8 steps that is required to be done to make this online classes effective. The first one is to map the syllabus. What are the concepts that a student need to learn in that particular class? So we need to identify it. This is the first step and the starting point. Second thing is the teachers need to create group of students. At present, this group is class wise. I suggest to have subject wise groups. So in present class wise thing, there are so many contents available for different subjects in same class. It is very irritating to go up or down to find the relevant content to study. So that is why if there is one group for one subject, it will become easier for the student to find out what the content is. And the third thing is the teacher need to share a Google form or the Survey Monkey form or whatever. They can use these forms and share it with the students to get their responses on the concepts that the teacher is going to teach. So once they fill it, the teachers would understand what are the different areas and what are the different things that needed to be addressed, and accordingly the teachers can plan the lesson. They need to identify the best available resources. So how many steps till now? First one is mapping of syllabus. Second one is creating a group. Third one is sharing of survey forms. Fourth one is identification of appropriate material, the best available material. So if we are using internet, best available material is there. Why do we need to create our own content? So there are professionals who have developed so many contents. Let's use it. So we need to share the links in the groups. This is the fifth thing that the teacher needs to do, is to share the link in that subject group. If we share the link with the group, it will take very less space in the group. The students would click it and will see the content. They can give their views on that. Teachers may also ask the students to search for the related contents and share it in the groups. So what would happen? The students will feel participating in the learning process. In order to search it, they would learn, and when they share it, the others will learn. So learning will happen. And after that, once the discussion is over, teacher needs to throw some very open-ended question for discussion on that particular topic. She needs to promote discussion among the students. She may also take part in the process. Students will hesitate, but soon after few days, the students will start participating in the process, and they will be learning from each other. And the last thing is that teachers need to convey the students that this concept has been written in lesson number XYZ in your textbook. Go through the textbook also and do the exercises there in the textbook. So what would happen? They would learn it online. They will reinforce their learning through the textbook, and they will do the exercises. They will further learn, and this will ensure proper learning through online classes. When it was textbook based learning, internet was reference. Now that we are studying on basis of internet, then this textbook will become a reference book. This is my solution for this online classes. Through this way, we can create better understanding among the students. We can involve the students, and the teacher would find it very interesting also. Presently, the teachers are feeling overburdened. So I want them to use the already available resources. I request the administrators to allow them to use the already available resources and share it with the students the way I mentioned. This will help the students to learn more effectively. This is all regarding this online classes. If you find it good, please like it, subscribe it, and share it with your friends and with your teachers. Friends, I'm talking on behalf of Guru's Development Consultancy Private Limited. So if you need any support in this context, please contact us. Details are following. So bye bye friends, stay healthy, stay safe. See you again with some other topic some other day. Bye bye.